It's time for a view from the Stattosphere. And today we're at the Cincinnati Observatory and it's all about the eclipse. It's coming up on April 8th of this year, and I figure what better place to go learn about it than at the Cincinnati Observatory. How you doing? This is Anna Hehman, and she's kind of our resident professional when it comes to the solar eclipse.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
So let's get right to it. Where's the best place to view it when you want the totality of the moon completely eclipsing the sun? Where should we go?
Well, you can go to several cities in Ohio, which is exciting, or in nearby Indiana. You can go to Dayton, which is, of course, just an hour north of us. You can go to Akron, Toledo, Cleveland. Also in Indiana, also nearby, you have Bloomington or Indianapolis will have totality. In Cincinnati, we'll have about 99.7% coverage.
So it's still going to be pretty covered here in the city.
It will be pretty covered. Some of our hardcore astronomy friends would say you still have to go to get that 0.3% in totality, but we'll get a great view here, hopefully with clear skies on April 8th.
But you got to go kind of an hour north and maybe a little east to get it?
Mm-hmm. The path goes from Texas to Maine, so it sort of arches over several states, which is exciting. But it definitely here, you need to go just a little bit north, but that's exciting to be so close to totality.
If you'll see, this is the path of the solar eclipse for this year, so plan accordingly. For those who just think, oh, it's just an eclipse, no big deal, another day, why is it so special and how often does this even happen?
Well, we've been a little bit spoiled because we did get one in 2017, which totality was about 3 hours away for us here. But this is a very rare, exciting event because it is a total solar eclipse, and the next one won't be until 2044.
Oh, wow.
And the next one that's in Ohio won't be until 2099.
So this is like your last chance for for 20 years to see this thing.
Right. And it's an amazing astronomical event. It's exciting for anybody to just take a chance to safely look up and get a chance to view it. It's a once in a lifetime, opportunity.
And it's like right in the middle of the afternoon. It's like 2:30, 3 o'clock or so.
Yeah, we'll experience peak coverage here at around 3:09 p.m. It goes, but it starts at 1:52 and then it ends at 4:24. So it's gradual, but then those few minutes of totality, or for us totality with the total coverage is really exciting. And then you'll have longer periods of totality and actual 100% coverage in those cities I mentioned earlier.
All right, now let's talk about safe viewing, because you're staring at the sun. This is something you learned at birth not to do. Right. How do we view this without damaging our eyes?
Yes, great question. So I have a couple things here that are great for viewing the eclipse. We have eclipse glasses. If you're going to buy eclipse glasses, you can buy them at the observatory, or you can purchase them. Of course, there's several places. You want to make sure you're looking for ISO 12312-2 glasses. When you have the glasses, you'll see it on the sort of arms here, but those are the certified glasses to make sure they're safe and that you can look at the sun through them without any concerns.
Now, my dad worked in welding. He was a precision welder. I just use his glasses. Is it safe to wear welder's goggles?
It is. If you have a number 14 welder's glass, there's several grades of welder's glass, make sure it's number 14. We also sell this at the observatory, and this is something that never expires. So these glasses, we said you don't have to worry about it, but they expire after 5 or 7 years. But this, you can view the sun anytime safely. You just hold it up in front of your eyes and be able to get a great view.
And reuse it in 20 years when we have another one.
Just hang on to it. Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Well, do you have any other advice for people that want to view this astronomical event? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but to see the solar eclipse?
Absolutely. So what's exciting about this event is you can go outside during the period of the eclipse and view it, again, safely from your backyard. You can drive to totality. Anybody who is making plans, just be sure you make plans for the trip back if you're coming the same day, because the roads we're anticipating, if 2017 is any indication, a lot of traffic coming back from those sites of totality.
Really?
But what's great is that you can just see it. If you have, again, what you need safely, you can view it just at home or pull over on the side of the road and see it. So it's definitely something not to be missed.
Now, a few years ago when we kind of had one, it wasn't a total eclipse, but my kids' classroom, they like cut holes in boxes and then it would cast the shadow of the eclipse. I remember seeing all the like sunlight coming through the trees and the ground looked like a bunch of little eclipse and little... Why does that happen? How does that work?
Well, it's very cool. You can use it's called a pinhole camera. You can also use a colander. If you put it out, you can also just observe through, basically seeing where the sun is sort of cut out or there's a bite taken out of it. So it's because of those holes, you can kind of just, the sun goes through, but where it's obscured, you kind of just see the reflection of it on the ground. We actually have an eclipse guide that we'll have here at the observatory starting next week that you can make your own pinhole camera. And then on our website, there's resources for how to do those kinds of things. If you don't have the safe solar viewing equipment, there's lots of different ways you can observe the eclipse.
Anna, give us that website real quick before we wrap up.
Absolutely. It's CincinnatiObservatory.org. And when you go to our homepage, you'll see the link to our solar eclipse page with all of our events, programs, and different tools and tricks.
Cool. Well, safe viewing, everybody. And I guess just enjoy it. It's going to be the last one for a long time.
Definitely.
Thanks, Anna.
Thank you.